Alright, we're back, and I'm gonna try to get out of being in a pretty foul mood. I wonder why, but not that I didn't talk about that in another video. Did a live stream on twitch.tv/ANJ Network, by the way, and that's also important, by the way. I've also been meaning to mention this. We got preseason basketball Tuesday night, so look forward to live reaction stream Tuesday night, and then of course, I guess I'm gonna be on for Thursday night, but I'm gonna be on very, very reluctantly. I'm gonna see if that last be on the first quarter or whatever, but we'll leave that for then. Right now, I want to talk about some wrestling, and we actually had a bit of an interesting weekend in wrestling. Specifically with a little show they had out in Indy called Fastlane, where it was actually a pretty good show that they had put together as it was. I mean, you had them kick it off with Cody Rhodes teaming up with Jey Uso to challenge the Judgment Day for the tag titles, and that actually kicked off the show, and was an excellent match. Had everything that you could ask for in it. All the interference spots, just was everything that it needed to be, and of course ended up with Cody getting the pin on Finn Balor, as Damian Priest seemed to have suffered some sort of a knee injury on the outside. I don't really recall. I'd have to go back and watch it again, but something happened on the outside, and he was a bit immobilized, and that just opened things up for Cody to put Finn away with a crossroads. Man, awesome stuff, I gotta say, in that match. But more than anything else, it was just a little surprising to see that they would go that direction, to have Cody and Jey win. It's really interesting to see Jey Uso with the tag titles, not with Jimmy. I mean, we'll see where that goes. That's all I know to say about it at this point. But interesting call by Triple H on that one. And of course, you had the women's title match. Again, I don't know what it is. I felt like there was something that was missing with that. But again, that's just me. I don't know. I don't get my hopes up for a lot of these shows anymore. I just watch to enjoy it as best I can, and for the most part, I've actually been able to. And it's not just any WWE Premium Live events, it's been whatever I've been able to catch of AEW as well. And I gotta say that I kind of feel as though a lot of Tony Khan's decision making hasn't been as great as you would like for it to be, but that's easy for me to say. I mean, and it's a perfect segue, because it makes me wonder, what was it that kept him from being able to make anything of a better offer to Jade Cargill than what he was actually able to. And I gotta believe that whatever it was, I mean, WWE was just flat out relentless about it. And it shows, especially now, because, they made it a big deal on Raw. Pretty much everybody, I think, from Sports Illustrated, New York Times, USA Today, a little bit of everyone was pretty much talking about how Jade Cargill has signed with the WWE, and it was made relatively common knowledge that she was going to be in Indianapolis this weekend, which is really huge, because there really wasn't all that much of anything that she could come on, but what for? I mean, they had the women's title match, but it was the SmackDown match, though. It was Io, Charlotte, and Asuka. And the way I understand it, Jade's going to be on Raw. I mean, that means she's going to be separate from anything on SmackDown, although they haven't made it fully official that she's going to be on Raw just yet. That's just pretty much the dirt sheet speculation, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. But either way, you know, that as of now seems to be the expectation, at least the way that I've heard. But if they wanted to diffuse any of that expectation, they could have very easily had her show up at the end of the match and perhaps even have a stare down with Io, or maybe even Charlotte somehow or another. I mean, just make her presence felt, make her think, okay, maybe we're going to wind up seeing her on SmackDown. But as of now, I think we're to expect her on Raw. It may wind up being this Monday night. It seems like they're ready to get her going, but Triple H during the press conference didn't seem to want to say much about that. Although he did say that he's not going to try to do it too soon, just whenever she's ready. Now, I'm not sure exactly when that's going to be. I don't know how much conversation there was between Triple H and Jade Cargill, other than that little interaction where they had her pull into the building and he was there to greet her, but beyond that, not really sure what else to expect on that front. But definitely expecting a lot of good things. Was a pretty solid show last night. Definitely enjoyable, and that's really all I ask as far as any of these shows go, from premium live events, any PPVs that I catch, even just the shows on TV, just as long as I'm able to enjoy them and they're able to offer some sort of storytelling that makes sense. That's about all I could ask. But beyond all of that, you know, I gotta say, I like looking forward to what could happen with Jade Cargill. Maybe we don't see her on TV for a few weeks. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Maybe we see her in time for Survivor Series. I mean, a lot of big things could go down then, and especially because with it being in Chicago, and the talk seems to be now, it seems as though CM Punk has signed with the WWE. I mean, it hasn't been confirmed, but a lot of things are pointing awfully strong in that direction, and that would be a hell of a time and place for him to show up. Chicago, Survivor Series. We'll see how it goes down. Nonetheless, let me know what y'all think. Y'all looking forward to Jade? Or even CM Punk for that matter? I mean, how badly did TK drop the ball on this one? Not that I didn't ask that already, but let me know what y'all think. Y'all know what it is. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll get at y'all.